Hey there, beautiful people of internet. This is Tremens, and this is a by request video which, well, as you can probably see from the title of this video, is a tutorial of how to play What Could Have Been by Sting and Ray Chan. So, without further ado, let's go! Okay, first things first, the tuning. My guitar is tuned in C standard, which means that each and every one of my strings is tuned 2 full steps lower than your usual guitar. What does that mean? That actually means that if your usual first E string sounds like, it will now have to sound something like. Okay, so now that's a C. The whole tuning should be C, G, D sharp, A sharp, F, and C again. Now that we're done with the tuning, let's try and play the song. So the song is an F, which very comfortably now corresponds to our AM form chord. If you don't know how to form it, our middle finger goes to the 2nd fret of the 4th string, ring finger goes to the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, index finger goes to the 1st fret of the 2nd string. Now let's start from the basics. The main difference between the original and my version of the song is the rhythm, because the original song had a waltzy feel to it. It was 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Whereas I decided, well, I do not have all the orchestral and symphonic stuff. I only have my acoustic guitar. So why not make it in a country feel, right? So I decided to make it a little bit of a shuffle. What is a shuffle, you'd ask? It's quite simple, my friends. Imagine that you have your right hand rhythm pattern going very consistently, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Shuffle would be if you're sort of delaying your upstroke, you know, you're letting it rest for a little bit, right after you've done the downstroke, like, see the difference? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. That's the shuffle. You'd make 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If you play this waltzy feel with the downstroke, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. After every second downstroke, you'd place an upstroke with a shuffle feel, you know, with a little bit of delayed upstroke, which is 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and... Okay, I hope you get pretty comfortable with that idea of a rhythmic pattern. Let's go to the verse. So, I'm playing the verse an octave higher, which means that I put this chord 12 frets up the fretboard, which means that if this a 0 fret, right, you would make it a 12 and then you just replicate whatever chord there was, right? So this AM form will become 14 on the 4th string, 14 on the 3rd string, and 13 on the 2nd string. See? And just to make it even more simpler and to create a sort of emotional crescendo, we have to make the sound very, very minimalistic in the beginning. So I would only play these 3 strings, like 5, 4, and 3. This would be my pattern. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's the beginning, that's the intro. We would play that for a measure, which I just did. Then we would place our index finger to the 12th fret of the 5th string, which would be just the same note, F, just an octave above. And then we'll be doing bass line sequence, which would go 12th on the 5th string with the index, 15th fret on the 6th string. In order to make this 5th string muted, I would mute this with this area of my pinky. You would have to get quite accustomed to this idea of muting a lot of the strings in this song. 14th fret on the 6th string, muting with this area, and then go back to the 15th and back to the 12th of the 5th string. The first cycle, the first rotation. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. The second rotation, again, 12th fret, 5th string, 15th fret, 6th string, then again we go for the 14th, and then we go to 13th fret. These two fingers still remain here. Then we move to the 10th fret of the 6th string with our index. And since this is quite an uncomfortable position, we replace these two fingers with our pinky, which will bar. I hope you know the concept of barring. It's when you pressing again with this area. Now, not muting, but pressing several strings. In this case, again, 4th and 3rd on the 14th fret. This is the chord. We're muting the 5th string, and then we move from the 10th fret to the 12th with our index. So, the whole third rotation in its entirety. But worst of all, for me to live, I gotta kill a part of me that saw that I needed you more. As you can see, I'm remaining on the 13th fret for 2 measures, whereas all the rest are played for 1 measure. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Again, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1. That's our verse. Let's go to the chorus. Okay, the chorus is pretty simple. It's just 4 chords. If you are beginners, let's see how they form. We make an F form chord, which is probably one of the first bar chords everyone learns. If you don't know how it's done, you bar all the 6 strings with your index finger, then you place your ring finger onto the 5th string, 3rd fret. Pinky goes to the 4th string, 3rd fret, and your middle finger goes to the 3rd string, 2nd fret. Nice and easy. F form, AM form, we went through that, and then we remain these fingers in the AM form, and we place our pinky to the 3rd fret of the 6th string while muting 5th. I hope you get quite accustomed with this technique by this time. So these are chords for our first rotation of the chorus. I hope you know we had everything, but you broke me and left these. Here goes our 4th chord, which is a C shape, right? If you don't know what it is, ring finger goes to the 3rd fret of the 5th string, middle finger goes to the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and our index goes to the 1st fret of the 2nd string. All the rest of the strings are open. Okay? And we then throw in yet another chord, which is probably most simple chord shape, EM. Place these 2 fingers, middle and ring, to the 2nd fret of the 5th string and 4th string correspondingly. So, the entire chorus. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I want you to lose like And then we play our intro stuff for 2 measures. Just these 3 strings. 5th, 4th and 3rd. Now let's move to the instrumental stuff. Okay, the instrumental stuff. We started with our index finger on the 8th fret of the 5th string. And our pinky goes to the 12th fret of the 1st string. Okay? The rhythmic pattern here is you play downstroke consistently with your thumb and then you shuffle with index or whatever finger you play. Okay? This combination is our open 5th string and 1st string fretted on the 15th fret. Our middle finger goes to the 13th fret of the 2nd string. Then we make this G major shape, which is index finger goes to the 5th string, 10th fret, and all the rest of the fingers go to the 12th fret of strings 4, 3, 2 correspondingly. Okay? So the whole first cycle sounds like. Okay? The second cycle of it all starts with our index finger barring the strings 5, 4, 3, 2 on the 8th fret. And our ring finger goes to the 10th fret of the 4th string, and our middle finger goes to the 9th fret of the 3rd string. So we get this chord 8, 10, 9, 8. And we play it arpeggiated. Well, I'm doing that with a thumb, so. And then we alternate picking between the 2nd and the 3rd string. And on the 3rd repetition of this alternate picking, we place our pinky to the 10th fret of the 2nd string. Okay? And you have to remember that combination of index finger and pinky going from 8th fret to 10th of the 2nd string, because we will do that throughout the entire changes of the chord in this particular piece. So then we change to this sort of chord. All that changes is we take away the index finger from the 8th fret of the 5th string and make it open. So the string 5 now is open. All the rest of the fingering is done quite the same. Okay? And on the 3rd chord, our ring finger goes to the 10th fret of the 5th string, which makes our pinky go to where the ring finger has just been. So it's on the 10th fret of the string 4 to make this chord. Okay? So from string 5 to 2, frets 10, 10, 9, 8. Okay? And now we have this repeating story on the 2nd string, right? From the 8th fret to the 10th. And since our pinky is already occupied, we'll have to make it responsible for barring. So at this point we have all the strings fretted on the fret 10. So the entire 2nd repetition. Okay, and the whole instrumental piece goes like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. building the dynamics, the tension, to go to the bridge, which is probably one of the most emotional bursts in the song. So, let's get to it. Okay, the bridge is just a combination of 4 chords. The DM shape, which is middle finger, 2nd fret of the 3rd string, pinky, or you can use ring, whatever, I'm using pinky, 3rd fret of the 2nd string, index finger, 1st fret of the 1st string, D shape, C shape, we've already covered that, so hopefully you know it, G shape. I'm doing that with middle finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string, index finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, and my pinky on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. Okay, so here is the chord. Why don't you love who I am? What we could have been. EM shape, which we've covered. This is our bridge, quite simple. After the bridge, we go back to verse 2, which is now played an octave lower. We've been playing it here, and now I'm playing it here. Our middle and ring fingers go to the 2nd fret of the 4th and 3rd string, correspondingly. We're playing, yet again, just these 3 strings, 5, 4, 3. And the bass line goes open 5th string, pinky, 3rd fret of the 6th string, index, 2nd fret of the 6th string. And then I'm doing this, which is open 6th string, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, open 5th string. And ghost, a fallen angel. Okay, the second repetition is again quite the same. Okay, so it's open 5th string, 3rd fret 6th string, 2nd fret, 2nd, 2nd, 3rd, open string. And the third repetition brings us to some new stuff. I couldn't care what invention you made me. Index goes to the 1st fret. Then we go back to our AM shape. 'Cause D shape was meant to be yours. EM shape. Then from here we move to another instrumental piece. We'll have to use this area of our index finger, which is very important. We'll place it on the 1st fret and slide all the way to the 8th. Okay, and then we put our index finger on the 8th fret of the 5th string. So we'll play the ending of the second verse and go to the instrumental piece. I was meant to be yours. Okay, and the moment we place our index on the 8th fret of the 5th string, we simultaneously play 2nd string played with the pinky on this area right between the frets 12 and 13, and we do not press it. If you're not familiar with harmonics, this is harmonic. You know, you can take away the finger from the string and it will still sound an octave higher, which always happens on the 12th fret because it divides the string into equal parts. So it makes the string sound an octave higher. See? So this is our sequence. Slide to 8, press 8th fret of the 5th string with the index and simultaneously play harmonics on the 2nd string. After that we play open first string. Simultaneously playing the 5th string open and 2nd string fretted on the 8th fret. After that we slide from 8 to 10. And then we go to G chord. But we're not playing the 1st string. We'll be playing with these fingers, strings 3 and 2. Okay? And we'll be playing with our index finger, 1st fret of the 2nd string, and then releasing it. So, open 2nd string, 1st fret 2nd string, open 2nd string, 1st fret 2nd string, okay? The rhythm here is key, so you have to really work on that. The whole first repetition. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So from here we go to the 2nd repetition, which is again index finger playing the 8th fret of the 5th string, then barring the 8th fret of the 1st string, releasing the index finger from the 5th string to make it open, and simultaneously playing the harmonics on the 2nd string. Okay? And now we're moving on to the most advanced part of this song. We'll have to make an artificial harmonic. We'll have to make the 12th fret where it isn't. I'm sounding too complex, I'll explain. We'll have to press the 1st fret of the 1st string with our index and then add 12 frets to it, which is 12 plus 1 makes 13, right? We'll have to play again area between 13th and 14th fret, you know, this iron fret. And we'll be placing our index finger right above the string, just gently touching it and playing it with the pinky. I'm doing it with the pinky, you know, some people do it with the thumb. But in this very particular case, I think it's more comfortable to play it with the pinky, so. Okay, 5th open string is still playing. Again, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then after that, we're playing 6th string fretted on the 3rd fret and the open 1st string. And then I'm changing these two fingers, index and middle, while I'm still holding the 6th string to retain the sounding of the 6th string. This whole thing is done just to make it possible for your pinky to press the 6th fret of the 2nd string to make this little dissonant sound combined with the 1st open string. See? Okay? The whole piece together. Okay? And then we're moving to the second part of this instrumental piece. Here we'll be covering our right hand technique. Okay, so first we have this F-shaped chord, right? And in order to make this easier, let's determine these fingers on the right hand, which will be thumb, 1st, 2nd finger, 3rd finger. So thumb, 1, 2, 3. And we'll be playing with fingers 3, 2, 1, strings 2nd, 3rd, 4th correspondingly. And the thumb will be playing 6th string. Okay? So we'll be going 3, 2, 1, arpeggiate, or rather strumming with our thumb strings 6, 5, 4. So this is the pattern. 3, 2, 1, strum. This is the whole cycle for the chord. Then we move the chord to the AM shape. Now the thumb will be playing 5th string and fingers 3, 2, 1 will be doing the same. 3, 2, 1, down, 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 3, 2, 1. Okay, so first two chords. Alright, the third chord will be played just a little different. We'll make it G shape, but we're not playing the first string. Instead, we'll be placing our index finger on the first fret of the second string, and the right hand will be doing quite the same, with a little difference. We'll be doing a pull-off, which is third finger together with thumb. Pull-off. You just pull off your left index finger from fret 1 of the second string to make it open. So 3, pull off, 2, 1, strum down, 6, 5, 4, 3, pull off, 2. This is the first repetition. 3, 2, 1, down, 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 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, down, 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 3, 2, 1, 3. 3, 2, 1, down, 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 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, down, 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 3, 2, 1, 3, pull off. This is our fourth chord. We're playing simultaneously open 6th string and second fretted on the 3rd fret. Pull off with our pinky. The right hand pattern is repeating what we've just done in the previous chord. Everything together. And then we're adding 2 more chords. AM shape, fingers. 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. And then A shape. All the fingers are fretting the 2nd fret on the strings. 4, 3, 2. Okay? So it's 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. And we're again building the dynamics. We're trying to play it louder. So everything together. And then we're moving to the second chorus, which is the last part of the song. Okay, the last part of the song starts with A sharp shape. Index finger is barring all the 6th strings on the 1st fret. Well, actually, I'm not even barring all the 6 strings. I'm muting the 6th string with this area to play just 5 strings, okay? Fingers middle, ring and pinky are placed on the 3rd fret of strings 4, 3, 2. Okay, D shape, C shape, okay. I hope you know we had everything, but you broke me and left these. F shape, A shape, F shape, we've covered that. A shape, we've also covered that. The 3rd repetition. I want you to hurt like you hurt me today. We're adding the G shape chord. 4th repetition. I want you to lose like I lose when I F shape, when I play A shape. And then we're again doing this instrumental part, which is quite similar to what we've done in the part before. I mean the right hand pattern. We're doing A shape and we're playing fingers 3, 2, 1 on the strings 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Our thumb plays 5th string fretted on the 1st fret. Again, D. And then again we're throwing in this legato technique. You know, this is quite tricky. You'll have to pull off with your index from the 1st fret of the 1st string, and then immediately after that put it to the 1st fret of the 2nd string. Okay? And then again. And then we're strumming with the full power that we're capable of chords F shape. Okay, the rhythmic pattern in the strumming in these two chords, F shape and A, is quite unusual. It's 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then now A shape is started with an upstroke, which is rather unusual. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which makes us dependable on going to the 1st chord of the verse, which is again A sharp shape with an upstroke. So pay attention. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I want you to hurt like you hurt me today. I want you to lose like I lose when I play. What could have been? Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you found it helpful and enjoyable. Let me know in the comment section what you would like to learn next, and if you liked it, please hit the like button, and if you're not yet subscribed and feel like doing that, Tremens out.